still headed out for lap 2. This is something I haven't experienced before, but I've been on the delivering end, not the receiving end. Let me see if I have anyone coming up. Well, I'll get someone. Anyway, I'm heading out, so I'm crossing paths with the 100K people who are just coming in to finish the race. And every time I've looked at these sad, sorry souls going out for lap 2, I've thought, there's no way, man. But I got a little bit lost just getting back in to home base there. So it took me like 3 minutes to just figure out which way to go. And it did so much for my legs. I got back on like a new person, so I'm not really concerned that I won't finish, because if it comes to it, whatever, I'll get off the bike for a minute. I just threw down 2 very, I was gonna say mediocre, but I'll say below average bean and cheese burritos. They were so dry. They both had about 40 grams of carbs though, so I just stacked about 80 grams of carbs in 5 minutes. Anyway, 64.6 miles to go. I'm with the rest break. I am riding the razor's edge of getting in under 11 hours. And if you do that, you get a hobo stove. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have a little chant in my head for the next 5 hours. Hobo, hobo, hobo. All right, let's get to work. So on the first lap, I was picking people up about 2 or 3 per hour, which means I probably scraped my way back into the middle of the pack. You know, so those were probably people that had overcooked it. But I think people have pretty much just settled into their rhythm. And there's no one ahead of me that I can see, no one behind me that I can see. I wouldn't be all that surprised if I don't see another person for the next 4 hours. Unless somebody just totally cracks, but the placement right now could maintain until the finish. But feeling good, legs are decent. So I have a goal, and I don't want me walking or DNFing to be part of the story that I tell. So here we go. It's interesting, I'm being a little more cautious on the descents. I guess that's just the fatigue. The old cyclocross course. It's got to be a rail line. Well, former. Can you hear that headset creak? I gotta go figure that out if it lasts me the rest of this race. mean, I really only have like 12 more of these things to do. Just winching along 4.5 miles an hour. So, new development. When I started my second lap, hamstring cramp. I dunked myself with water, and I think my socks got soaked. So now I'm getting blisters on both sides. And I think I need to at least try to ride barefoot. I'm okay, I'm just getting a blister. Oh, you don't have any body glide or something, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no kidding. My savior.
You want like chamois? Like we have like the chamois cream, right?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, my socks just got soaked, so. That's hilarious. Nice.
Yeah, anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's just my feet. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My heroin. The female kind, not the opium kind. So I'm gonna try to go sockless. I just got a mitt full of chamois cream. And then if I have to, I'll stop off at the dollar store. Like I said, I haven't seen anyone. I don't think I'm putting my finishing spot in any jeopardy here. My first time being a damsel in distress. It wasn't that bad. I suppose I've just lost all my aero gains with my Silka socks. I hope this doesn't cost me a hobo stove. But I think if I didn't stop, it would have cost me a toe, so. Let's get some. Ooh, squishy. That feels good. That's an instant upgrade. And my legs got a rest, so I think that stop was worth it. I still might want some socks though. Slow, huh? Yeah, I'm all over it. All right, Chris. This one's for you, buddy. Yeah, no. Okay, so 3:32 in the afternoon. 8 hours, 8 minutes in, 100 miles in. I think this will be my last. I can't even think. I came to a stop sign and I tried to shift gears as if I was signaling my directional indicator in a car. So I think my brain's loopy. So like I was saying, this will be my last handheld video. The good news is I think I'm going to crack 11 hours. The bad news, it'll be 11 hours of riding time. I think I'll be just over 11 hours on the clock. So, hobo stove, I'm going to miss out. But got about 2.5 hours to go. Let's get there in one piece and a smile on my face. Two descents, one climb, Yingling time. .10:47 riding time. I think I'm gonna break 11 hours. Unfortunately, that doesn't include me borrowing chamois cream or eating a couple burritos, so. I'm gonna be satisfied with a job well done. That's good enough for me. Let's rip it all the way into the finish line. Get that racing Ralph humming along on the pavement. It does sound sweet. The funk.
Need a Coke?
Rock on.
Coke or beer?
I thought you said you need a hug. I was like, yeah, a little bit. I'll do a beer. Yeah. Oh man.
Coke, beer.
Beer. Thank you, sir. I've been thinking about that for 10 hours and 51 minutes.
Good job.
Thanks. Cheers, man.
Cheers, well done.
That was awesome.
Good time. Yeah, really good time.
Yeah, thanks. That was intense. That was a certain kind of experience.
But you got points for the gravel series.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. It kind of forced my hand. You know, I would see all the people going out for the 200K and think, ooh, I don't know about that, you know, but when I looked at the race series online, I was like, all right, this is the year. So
That makes me happy. That's what I want.
I was thinking, you know, it's like 20 miles to go, and I was thinking, this is so hard. And like, well, you know, the website says Ohio's toughest gravel grinder. If you go to the hottest wings on planet Earth, 80% success rate. It's like, all right, you know, you'd be let down. It's like, you know, I'm happy that I did it now that it's over, and that's what the toughest one should be, you know, so.
It's one and done.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
How was it?
Oh, man.
What was the worst mile?
The worst mile. The first mile of lap 2, you know, it's like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
So, 10 hours, 42 minutes, 132 to 4 miles, and, you know, 15,000 feet of climbing. My GPS computer probably isn't exactly perfect with spotty coverage in this region and through the trees and all that. What an experience. I don't know that I'm anticipating doing it again. Willing to do it again, but you never make that decision within 2 weeks of a race. And every race has something different to offer. And I was like, I don't know, 100 miles in thinking, does it really need to be this hard? And I guess that's what everyone was saying at Unbound, like, oh, we had to walk and 6 miles and blah, blah, blah. And then I think like, well, Dan, the shirt and the website say Ohio's toughest gravel grinder. If you went to a pub and got Ohio's hottest wings that have an 80% success rate, you'd be pretty disappointed. So whether it's your thing or not, they absolutely delivered. And I don't even know what the second hardest race that I've done is. It might even be just the 100K Funk Bottoms. And this was a double dose of damage. Oh. And of course I got like 3.5 hours of sleep last night. But that's the norm, so that's nothing new. I did 50 miles sockless, so thank you to my secret helper there. What else? I'm gonna go eat some pulled pork. They got some food. Text my family and let them know I'm alive. But yeah, I did 5:11 last year in the 100K, so I was thinking maybe I could do 2 5:30s, like in an ideal world, get 11 hours. So I came in under my projection. So, I mean, those are the 2 fastest 100Ks of Funk Bottoms I've done. And it's not apples to apples because every course is different, but it still feels good. Lets me know I'm in a good place. My Sweden and Westchester, New York elevation camps paid off a little bit. I didn't have to walk. I walked once because I kind of bumped into somebody else who was walking, but besides that, yeah, no walking today. And nutrition went pretty well. I was out of water at the end, but I guess that means I had the right amount. I think Enzo Ferrari used to say the perfect race car was the one that exploded 10 feet across the finish line. So that's kind of how I feel right now. Oh, man. I guess I'm happy about the rain, even though it was so washboard. There was no dust. No dust and no mud, really. So weather topped out around 77. I didn't really find I was sweating too much. I definitely had, my neck felt really hot, and I think I'm just going to be so sore everywhere. But depending on what you guys are looking for, if you are looking for Ohio's toughest gravel grinder, look no further than the Funk Bottoms Gravel Grinder. I don't know where I finished. I assume of the 35-ish, 22 maybe? We'll see. I think even if I do finish kind of in the bottom half, it's still going to help my overall ranking, just for this fact that I've done all 3 of the available races so far. Here's another 200K. Look at the mix of elation and abject horror. A ghostly vacancy to his eyes. At least that's how I felt. Funk Bottoms, baby. Catch you in the next one.